Let's cross to our correspondent Tareq Azzoum now. He's joining us from Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. Let's talk about the evacuation orders, because the hospital was only one area, I believe, that was subject to the evacuation orders. Where are these people going to go? And perhaps as interestingly, how many are likely to stay? Because we know previously when people were allowed to go back to northern Gaza, they were determined that that was where they were going to remain.
Well, Rob, Israel has issued new forced displacement orders for residents in several areas in northern Gaza and in Gaza City, including Jabalia, Beit Lahia, Ash-Shuja'iyya, Ad-Daraj and Az-Zaytun neighborhoods. Now, the evacuation orders were issued at midnight, leaving families unable to immediately flee. Many families were forced to wait until the sunrise to begin the escape. Now, these directives are part of an intensified military campaign aimed at expanding ground operations in the region, as the Israeli military is urging residents to relocate to the western side of Gaza City, closer to the coastal strip, designated these areas as combat zones in anticipation of further military actions. Now, this escalation, as far as we know, coincides with the Israel's acceptance of a US-brokered ceasefire proposal known as Witkoff framework that outlines 60-day truce and phased prisoner exchanges with the Israeli hostages. And as far as we know, that Israel has agreed to the terms, but Hamas has not delivered yet its response. So this escalation could be seen as a clear strategic maneuver by the Israeli side to exert more pressure on Hamas in order to back down and to agree on this agreement. But what we can obviously see on the ground is that Israel is trying to maximize this pressure also on civilians by squeezing them into a very narrow strip of lands in the western side of Gaza City, and to reoccupy more significant control also over significant parts of Gaza's territories. People right now have only the western side of Gaza City to take it as their last haven. Many families, as far as we know, they refuse to leave because they have nowhere else to turn amid the absence of all kinds of civilian infrastructure in such areas. And many of them also refuse the idea of moving southward, which could be a sign of more Israeli bloody attacks might take place if these families will not leave. It means that their houses and temporary shelters will turn into their graveyards in light of the current and ongoing escalation that has till now, since dawn, killed at least 16 Palestinians so far.
Tareq, thank you very much indeed. Tareq Azzoum there talking to us from Deir al-Balah.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.